Here are the things. Okay. Sorry, I just I think unshare my screen. Just a minute. Um, OpenStreetMap is that a map or more than map. Uh, so we will explore OpenStreetMap through this webinar, and I'd like to take question at the end. And this session, I want more interactive. Like I'll go visit some live link of OSM for the use case scenario and what it is inside the OSM. I would like to visit all those live links I have added in this presentation. And after that, I'll take all the questions. And if anyone of you like find that I'm moving faster, please raise your hand and pause me, stop me there. Okay. So this is my brief intro, like what I generally love to call me as a OSM India volunteer. And these are the profile already we consent. So I'll not go with this slide over here. So this is the overview, like what is OpenStreetMap, why open source is important, and what does it provides and what not, where to use, how to use, and few use case scenario. Especially, I focus on the use case scenario in India and few example I have, which is like a global perspective. I don't know, like I didn't check, like we have international registration also for this webinar. Thank you everyone for registering this webinar, and I would like to check like how it goes, and I would like to get also some feedback from you guys as well. So, uh, as you know, I think who already worked with OpenStreetMap and already used OpenStreetMap, they might know like how this came to the scenario, like what is OpenStreetMap. So this is the guy right corner you can see. He is Steve Coast, who founded this uh, awesome mapping platform in 9th August 2004. Like we generally we celebrate as a birthday of OSM. Okay. After that, like there are a few hurdles. Then after that, he just opened this project for the community-based mapping platform where people can come and create the database. Initially, it was focused on UK-based only mapping activities. After that, it spread it to the globe, and everyone loved that, and everyone contributed. And how people contributed it, we'll see in a while. And after that, I've just listed down few dates and few organization and foundation built, like OSMF was established to regularize OSM policy because it is related to spatial data, which is very sensitive at that time. And till now, like we have spatial data is very sensitive. And India, if you don't know, just now they regularized the spatial data in an open format, more open right now. So any Indian company can create and use data in India. But still that bill is on process, and a lot of checks will come later. So this is how OpenStreetMap started. So if you are more like curious about a grad student, then you should know that OpenStreetMap is his graduation project, and after that it started in a huge scale. Right now, all over the world, people are using, and recently we reached 100 million genset or edits. I'll say for the comments, like 100 million edits we have done in OpenStreetMap, and that benchmark reached on 25th February this year. So it comes not CC creative contributor license. It comes under ODBL license. So you can visit all these page where you can see like what is ODBL, what is the licensing policy, because license is very important. You have to take care, like when you are using some platform or using some data, you have to give a proper citation. And who are interested in research also, they know how much important is the reference, citation, all those things. So you can check out and you can go through more detail about the licensing. Okay, then this is the background of OSM and how it started. And after that, like the next question, like why it is so important. So I generally got one question: is open source mean is it free? So here I'd like to clarify that open source doesn't mean it is free. It comes with some cost. Sometimes not only money is the cost. Okay, sometime you will get some thing in ready to serve at your plate that comes with cost directly, which is let's say directly money. But sometimes open source project is it's based on the intellectual property. It is under some license you have to cite if you want to use. Why it is open, why it is we are calling open. Open doesn't mean like it is always free. It means that you have the right to access the data without anyone permission. Okay, now just remember my word, like it is use, not the vandalization or not the anything else. Okay, you can use that data for your purpose, anything. Right now, open source OpenStreetMap data is used for many purpose. Like already we know that some of the mapping organization is some of the companies are working with OSM data, and a lot of research is happening around the OSM data. Urban planners are using OSM data very frequently, and there are I generally would call it like in-dimensional of use of OSM data. And here, like I just want to see what is the power of OSM data. That is, if you see the left side map, that was a very initial design of OSM using one Java platform based software they built that time. It is around 2005 that they use that data. And you can see on the right side how that area looks right now, how much detail it mapped right now, the same area. I'll just go to another one example. So this is how it looks in 2008. You can see that only the place name is available in OSM. And in 2021, right now, I mean, this is a recent yesterday's screenshot, and you can see that a lot of things are there. Maybe it is not very zoomed in view, but you can see still a lot of things. There is land cover, there is roads, there is all the capitals are in a little bit bigger. Then a lot of things are in detail in OSM right now. So this is the power. So this is the impact, and this is the power of any open source platform that everyone can use, everyone can contribute. There is no restriction. Someone can sit in Philippines and they can still edit India map data using OpenStreetMap platform. In any crisis management, if anything let's say there is a devastating flood in Tanzania, then a lot of remote mappers contributed that. It started in, if I remember, like Haiti earthquake that time. It was came in a lot of mainstream news channel like BBC and a lot of other news channel covered that how armchair mapper helped in the crisis management. And recently what we are seeing in the COVID situation, also a lot of crisis mapping is happening around the world. So this is the power of open source platform, and this is why like I personally love OpenStreetMap platform, that anyone can raise their help, not in terms of money, but in terms of map data. They can help anywhere in the world. Okay. then sometime like I generally ask like what does it provide and what is the limitation of OpenStreetMap. See, this is what like um, this is one of the largest open spatial data and completely free. Like who are with research platform and who deals with spatial data, they know how it is difficult to get any geospatial data to use freely. Freely means it's not, you don't have to pay, you don't have to spend million bucks. I'll not like mention the name, but like how much one API cost for other mapping platform we have right now in the market. So on that term, if you compare, it is completely free, and providing an in-dimensional opportunity to map developer and users. So open source platform and OpenStreetMap. These two things are the like heaven for a map developer who are building some application based on maps, or who uh, want to build any application based on geospatial data. So OSM is the platform where you can explore that what you want, because it has a very extensive reach in terms of features available right now in OSM. Plus, you can customize this map like whatever you want. Okay, you don't. There is no limitation that someone is going to limit. No, you have to choose this color if you want to show my map. There is no limitation. Whatever you want, you can design. There are a lot of designing studio available online, so you can take whatever you want. But also the cool thing about OSM is like you can build those kind of designing tool also based on OpenStreetMap data. Like, okay, you want to build your own mapping studio, you want to build your own customizing maps, you can do it. Feel free to do it. There is no limitation actually on customization the OSM map. So the last point is like build your own map service without paying to anyone. So build your own map service means if you want today, like okay, after this I'll explore OpenStreetMap data, like how other mapping platform like from the scratch using OSM platform. So what doesn't it provide? Like it doesn't provide a direct like map service, how Android Maps is giving, but there are a lot of application on top of that. On top of OSM it built that you can always use, but it doesn't directly give you a map service. You can claim anyone, hey, your map service is down or something like that. Uh, you want a local business, you want a business around Nasik only. Just fetch the data from OSM, build your own map service, and you can serve with like whatever criteria you can add or whatever functionality you can add, and you can do it. But if you want, okay, OSM should give me a customized service for Nasik, but that you cannot get directly from OSM. So one general concept, even a lot of debates happen around the last point I have mentioned here. Like also you are thinking, okay, I have lots of special data, so can I dump into OSM and I can use that? I would say it is not at all recommended to dump your personal data, GIS data to OSM platform, because OSM has some designated key value combination feature that will come later. Like what are the things you can get or you should follow when you are using OSM. That thing, I mean, your data set or whatever data you want to map, that should fit with the OSM database schema. Okay, then only you can use that. And if you want, no one is going to check it is open, no one is going to stop me. Yes, no one is going to stop you. You can dump your data, but there are a lot of volunteer who every day checks OSM data quality, and they can revert your genset. Like, this is more technical term about the genset, but I'll say, like, whenever you will explore more about OSM, you will know these terms like what is genset, what is OSM tagging schema, and what is OSM database. Then you will know, like, okay, I cannot just dump everything what I have to OSM platform. So now this is very unique thing about OSM, like the extensive, like where to use. Yeah, it is free to use with some guidelines, and there are some examples, like where you can where it found like very extensively it is getting used. That is ready-made online maps. Like, there are lots of OSM based service you will find in the online, and you can see like how it is serving. And OSM, like, uh, time to time, OSM also evolved a lot of modification, and right now by default OSM, I think it is serving 5 different kind of layers, which is like OSM default layer, or OSM humanitarian map layer, then OSM transport layer, then one is open transport layer, only designed based on that design. And another thing I forgot, like, what are the default map layer right now OSM have. But these are the different layer. Even for the bicycle who loves to ride bicycle, you can find the bicycle map also available in OSM. It will mainly focus the bicycle route, and it will give you bicycle routing in a very efficient option. Okay, then you can, yes, this is one of the cool thing about OSM, that you can export just for a quick, you have to make a report, you have to make a news reporting, you have to make something which is really necessary right away. You don't have time to go to ArcGIS or QGIS to build a nice map. So for them, just go to OSM, export as PNG. You can set a focus area, and you can directly download that map as a PNG file. Now, that map on your website, yes, there are few JavaScript library you can find. The Leaflet is one of the Leaflet is one of the like most popular library, I would say, for web maps. Then Mapbox JavaScript library also come with this, and you can use any of the library to add one map into your website without without paying anyone. Then map your GPS device. You can process OSM data, and you can import into your GPS device like Garmin and all, that you can do. And you can, let's say, like, you are going for offline trails, and you want to, you cannot download a customized other mapping platform. Okay, so for that kind of thing, first find that area from the satellite imagery. Then if there is any data, then good. If there is no data, you can build your own data, and you can find some trails from the satellite imagery. And after that, you can import into GPS. Whenever you are on the field, you can find the correct path, that you will not miss anything, and you will complete your trekking or hiking very nicely. That is one cool option OpenStreetMap gives. Then offline. So this offline service of OSM, there is a lot of like advanced technology also, and lot of You might thought that, okay, this is very primitive technology, but it is really great to see that OpenStreetMap has that scalability that you can use POSM, like that is a portable OpenStreetMap server, like one square box you can bring to anywhere, and you can serve OpenStreetMap data. And offline also you can print a paper map, and you can do your survey. Let's say you want to do a household survey in Nasik. Then what you can do is like first draw all the buildings in OSM data, then download as an offline file, and use I said that paper maps. And after that you can visit each and every house, and you can do household survey. Or you can do like what are the usage of those building, are those commercial building, are those residential building, all the categories, how many people are living on the building, even each building, like you can go and correctly you can take the survey without any GPS or without any smartphone. That facility you can use only pen and paper, and this is how it works. And after that you can use the QR code generated by that facility, and after that you can directly georeference that image without any other software. Okay, so this is how you can use OSM in the offline cases. And the next point is like create your own maps. Create your own maps. I told before, right, that OSM gives a very large dimension for the developers as well. So building one web application, you want to use some educational purpose map, you want to use that thing for a research purpose, you can use that. And there is no limitation in that. There are a lot of like web application built on top of OSM data, and you can find those web application project, and you can see like what are the scope in your field, and you feel free to use that. And 3D maps, so 3D also very cool visualization. It comes with very cool visualization. I'll show you guys that how 3D map work in OSM. But yes, definitely OSM doesn't use any aerial triangulation method to draw any building or design any building in 3D format. It has a designated tag, and based on that, OSM will give you a 3D rendering of the area or of your building. There are a lot of buildings like designed in 3D, and you can see those. You can check those out in this. Okay, so these are the use case of OSM, and I can see that it is very much extensive, and it is also like open to everyone, and a lot of field it is covering, like developers, users, end users, research, and education. All these things it is covering. That's why it is coming with the in-dimension query. Now, how to use OSM data? So here I just point, don't be offended if any like specification is not added into this. So just I just mentioned that for developer, it is great area to contribute to the backend and front-end application. For a planner, easy to find spatial data and scope to create real-time data. For a researcher, it is free spatial data library, like feel free to explore whatever you want for your research purpose. For student, it is great scope to learning mapping. Yeah, a lot of people say like, okay, mapping, just drawing lines and polygons. No, not that it is. Like from my experience, I came to know a lot about that, and I feel that no, this is not a very simple task. Like, okay, you just sit and map the whole world. You cannot do that. Yeah, there are a lot of advanced technique is there right now, but still you should know the basics of maps, and then you can explore that, and you can add OSM data. So this is one screenshot I have just added, because you can see the already the heading is that unmapped place of OSM data. After seeing the map, you may feel that okay, everything is mapped, what should I map then? Already people map so many things over here, is there anything left over here? Yes, there are some unmapped area, and you can see these are the unmapped area. If you zoom in the live version, I'll show that as well. You can check each and every places where you find there is not even a single building mapped into that village, or not even a single road mapped into that village. Map A complete map means that it doesn't means that you have mapped already all the urban area. It contain like everything: urban area, suburban area, village area, everything comes to that. Okay, so you can find this unmapped area through this service, and then like how to edit. So there is some very popular offline editor is JOSM, which is we call Java OpenStreetMap editor, and there is on online editor, that is ID editor. So please, if you are interested, after like we crossed like few slides, and after that if you are still interested to check out OpenStreetMap, what exactly is it is, then you can note down few names like, okay, if I go what is JOSM, I have to explore, then what is ID editor, you can explore. Then I'm managing OpenStreetMap project. Like these are the two very popular method, like using hot tasking manager and map roulette. So I told that already, that I would view all the live links I have added here. So you can see that this is a website which is called task.hotosm.org. Actually, humanitarian OpenStreetMap team takes care about this. So this team is works with lots of volunteer all over the world. I think almost 3 million volunteer is working with this organization, and it generally give us a opportunity to create a special data for people are in crisis, people when any disaster happens, and after that there is no one to respond from the field, then armchair mapper can come up and map the before disaster data, so that a resilience or team or a rescue team can reach the proper place, and they can rescue everyone in that area. So this is how this is work. I'll not go like in detail like technical uh, specification on that, but you can see there is a tasking manager, and you can explore the projects, what are the projects going on right now. So you can check like what are the activities are going, it is going on into Zambia local impact governments activity. So in many African countries like Zambia, South Sudan, you can see how it is using how this OSM data is using for COVID vaccination, and how it is working on the migration crisis, how it is working on the Uttar Pradesh building task. And this NGO, which is Educate Girls, they reach out to us first, and after that we connected with HOT, and we created a task for this NGO, and there are volunteers who are digitizing each and every building, and after that they are conducting their survey. They are going to each they are following that what I told, that field like method, field paper method, or they are also importing that data into GPS, and they are going to each house and they are collecting the data, others data, like when their girls are like how far they went to school, why they come with the dropout cases. So these kind of cases, So there are a lot of, you can see a lot of COVID crisis management is happening based on this task. And if you want to see like what exactly they are doing for this particular task and what is asked to the volunteers, the global volunteer, that what they should map, you can find all the description over here. Like so this is impact government's activity. I'll go to one COVID vaccination. So you can see the description of that and what are the vaccine they are going to give and what are the description is given for that particular task. And you can just and also the signature, it is coming as a urgent. So vaccination is a very time taking process. So if you map it is early, then we can provide this data set to whom who needs this data. So this application works with OpenStreetMap data. Okay, you should have only one credential, that is your OpenStreetMap ID, and based on that you can directly go to contribute and you can uh, choose any task. It is already mapped, so you can choose any task and you can just check like what are the things it is asking for, asking to map. So you can see in this area, maybe before mapping, before starting this project, there are very less number of road. So who will go for the vaccination, they will not find that where people are living. So due to this project, they are asking to add some road, unclassified, residential, track, path, whatever the roads they can find from the satellite imagery, they can map in this area. So people who are going for the vaccination, the doctors and the nurses, they can reach out to this remote area without any failure. So this is the real-time application what people are doing using OpenStreetMap data. Okay, I'll go to our presentation. So this is one of the cool application about hot tasking manager. When you are doing for a long-term project, you can use this tasking manager. If you want to create a project for your own purpose, like own purpose means like there should be some data user, generally for this kind of vaccination program data, generally Red Cross Society, then Doctors Without Borders, uh, these organizations, they use this data to make a proper vaccination plan. So they generally use hot tasking manager. And there is another cool open source platform is MapRoulette. So for any short term or short fix basis challenge, you can make through in MapRoulette in this platform. And I'm just still waiting for MapRoulette. I don't know. Okay, let it load. I'll share later as well. Okay, cool. It came. So you can see this is one different platform. There also you can just use a sign in and you can use the same credential. I have the OpenStreetMap data OSM credential, and you can check like okay, my point is 247, so I have contributed. So this is like little bit gamification of OSM. You can build your team, or you can call 10 friends, hey, let's start this map, and let's say who is completing first, and you can see that how you can finish your leaderboard and some cool stickers you can get. So this is how you can contribute through OSM. And also you can just if you want to search for any specific, I don't know, like is there any challenge live in India for now? Yeah, there are some challenges live. So this is Srihari. So this is also one of our OSM volunteer from India. He is running some project which is Connect Rural India. So I think it is asking based on this missing map data, and there is no road maybe. Yes. So please trace road and village in the village and connect this nearby highways. So over here, there is some village, but maybe this village is not connected to the main highway. And I hope that many people already map, but you can still go and check it out, and how you can check out like in your area how this thing, how the OSM data coverage. Okay, so this is how I will unlock this one, and I'll come to this presentation. So this is how you can use, or you can find that where you can contribute to the OSM. And this is I'm moving into OSM India. So who are outside from India, I'm sorry, I just added a few OSM activity, few OSM India recent activity, and here I'm going to discuss. So this is the daily active member. You can see like these are the weekends, and these are the weekdays. So weekdays you can see a lot of spike because of a lot of companies are working in India. Uh, uh, so they are contributing continuously data to OSM. Maybe someone is more curious, like what are the companies that are working in India? I'll come that later, like what are the companies are using OpenStreetMap data and who are working in India. Okay, so you can see this is the recent year how OSM active members increased, and these are the daily creation, modification, deletion. So this is green is the creation. You can see a lot of creation is happening around India, and the yellow is the modification, and red is the deletion. So this is the recent month, and this is the recent year. You can see there are a lot of spike. Maybe you can find that time maybe some crisis mapping happened, and you can see all this spike. You can find some crisis mapping happened in OSM India. Like last, remember, I know the Kerala flood in 2018 and 19. In 2020, the cyclone Amphan, that those kind of disaster happened, and a lot of volunteer contributed data to OSM. So now there are a lot of argument questions come with India mapping, like which language I should take when I will map India. So India right now, like not right now, like officially, I think it is 22 language, which generally um, like in our legislation, there are 22 languages marked as official languages. Uh, so a lot of volunteer came up. Hey, I will map only in Hindi. I will map only in Tamil. I will map only in Bengali, or only in Telugu, only in Marathi, or only in like Malayalam or Kannada. So to neutralize that, OSM India community decided that the first name tag we will keep it as English name tag. So anyone from the world can like recognize that what is the place is. Then OSM gives us a very good opportunity to add our local language. Like here you can see like Kannada, then Urdu, Marathi, Hindi, Bengali, uh, Assamese, like every tag is available right now in OSM. You want to, let's say, in Maharashtra, you want to map all the roads in Maharashtra, Maratha language. You can do that. Marathi language. You can do that. There is a designated tag, but you should not delete the actual name tag. There are a lot of open source code is available. Our volunteers, you can see this map uh, made by Arun Ganesh, whose OSM ID is plain mad. He built this service, and I'll show like what is the thing about this service and how you can check this service is working. You can see like this is in Hindi, and you can see every place it is which is already tagged in Hindi. It is showing in Hindi. Now let's switch to English. You can see all the places right now is showing in English language. Let's say Marathi. So you can see a lot of things did not change, but if you come to this zoom level, it is changing. There are a lot of local mapper in Pune. I know few other volunteers. They already mapped all these street in Marathi language, so you can find everything is in your local language. If you don't know Marathi, you speak some other language, let's say Kannada, and there also Kannada means they mainly speaks in Karnataka, and you can see how everything is, every place is mapped in their local language. This is a like openness and versatility of OpenStreetMap environment, that whatever you want, you can build that uh, based on, you can see how it is rendering in Bengali. And if you go to default, you can check, like it comes with the default language. Default means what is under the name tag, which I told before. Okay, so this is how OSM works. So these are the few visualization. Like I think mid of the last year I made. So this is about the coverage of buildings. Like there are 50 million buildings mapped already in OSM, and every building is a dot in this visualization. And you can find what are the concentration area, and you can see what are the black spot. Maybe there is a no building, or maybe that falls under the unmapped area. These are the few bright patches which is come with like few hot activities, like educate girl child. This is cyclone Amphan. These are the city center like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune. And now you can see that very bright spot in all over Kerala, because Kerala government and Kerala took it very seriously about OSM OpenStreetMap platform, and they incentivize this effort for all their activities. Like they are building resilience based on OSM data. They are building all their application on top of OSM data. So that is about that is why it is very much. Even if you find, if you go to Kerala, you can find a very complete map in OSM already present over there, because continuously volunteers are working. And this is how you can see the highway coverage in India. And you can see that there are still dark spot left, and there are a lot of things to map in India as well. Now you can see, like for if there is any water source enthusiastic, you can check out river data in India, and you can find a lot of river basin is completed already in India. River basins means if I just take Ganga river basin or Brahmaputra river basin, Mahanadi river basin, Krishna river basin, then you can find all these basin. And if you go to OSM India wiki, and you can find all these detailed information, that how you can fetch that data, how you can use that data in a GIS platform, you can find that. And this is the recent import from one company along with Facebook, that is RMSI. So when our central government released all the hospital data, not only hospital data like clinic and those small cell clinic data they released, and after that with the Facebook and RMSI, they clean all the data, they geo reference, they did some reverse engineering, and they added all this data to OSM, and you can see all the hospital right now in OSM it is available. But still there are a few projects are running in MapRoulette. You can see. Let me find a challenge. So you can find these kind of challenges where You can, if you are local, you can go to this hospital. These are just a point data, but there is no other information available might be, or uh, this is a automation project, so they automatically generated this POI based on the given address by Indian government. And you can, if there is anyone from Bihar and they know this place, they can validate this, or if there is any modification needed, okay, this is not the hospital, this is the hospital, this building is the hospital, so they can modify this. That's why these challenges are still in the map roulette. So if anyone interested, feel free to check out these projects and feel free to contribute and feel free to correct your home information. Okay. I think I exclude that. Yeah. Now there are few hot activation in India happened. So that is educate girl child building mapping. So it is happening in part of Madhya Pradesh and part of Chhattisgarh also. And this is this is that last year Amphan activation plan. So before cyclone, using the before cyclone satellite imagery, like a lot of volunteers came and added the buildings and roads in these islands. So any rescue team can reach out to these islands. So you can see that what are the difference. These are the before and after of that area map. So this is Deosar. Previously there is nothing, and you can see a lot of things are added right now. This is one of the island in Sundarban. So you can see before there is only one single road, or there are might be few. This is actually a little bit old tile for the before data, but you can see that so many things added after that activation plan. These are the impact. Now, there are some useful links about OSM. So you can find always, I always suggest to anyone who is attending this seminar, if they want to learn OSM from the scratch, you should explore before just jump into mapping, like what are the things are getting mapped in OSM, how to learn mapping in a better way. And there are few other stuff I say. And now like these are the this is the example where you can see like what are the companies are working on top of OSM, like Amazon, Grab, Amazon. You all know Amazon. I don't want to like explain more. Grab Taxi is Southeast Asia based one ride hailing company, and they are using OSM. Apple, you all know, like who makes iPhone, they are using OSM. Facebook, if you just now, if you can check, if you did any check-in for any place, like right, you visited one restaurant and you made a check-in, you can see the what is the map data information. You can find it in the uh, right bottom corner, and you can find there also using OSM data. And Uber also started their initiative. I don't have very much update about Uber current scenario, but last time I know, like Uber is also trying to build their own mapping service, and that is based on OpenStreetMap data. There are company like RMSI and Global Logic. They are working for these companies, and they are providing map data for these companies. Okay, so these are the like jobs perspective view, like what are the companies, you know, like who are using OpenStreetMap data. So any of your OSM skills can help you to get into these companies. Before going to questions, I would like to visit all this link actually, but somehow I don't know like why I cannot visit right now. I hope these all are hyperlinked, but somehow it got damaged. So these are the map features where it is listed. I think all the map features available in OSM. As I told, like OSM is like key value combination, like how you know in your like any GIS data, like how there is a column heading, and based on that there is a tag, like those are we generally call is attributable, and here we generally call is key value combination. So you can see all the things what we can map in the OSM. And let's say like if anyone interested into water feature, or anyone interested to natural feature, like okay, I'll just only concentrate on the natural key. So you can come to these are the natural and key under so these are the natural tree. Even each every single tree you can map in OSM. And like lot of things, like these are the related water, natural water. Then what is about the river, I think you will get it here. So natural beach, natural water. Under the water you can get what are the other features. You can see waterway, river. So if you use this tag, you can find all the rivers in OSM, like that, how this work. Okay. Did I close my presentation? So this is another very important resource about. So how you can learn OSM. So everything you can find, like how to start new to OSM, just go to beginner guide, and you can see what are the things you can learn from here. All the explanation, everything is given to this, and you can go through one step by step, like how to map with OSM, and how to map with ID editor, how to map with JOSM, how to use mouse for this. And this is how you can learn from this. So I'll make this presentation available with Albedo Foundation, so that you can go and you can check anytime all this data. So why I added this, this is mainly for India. You know, we have a proper guideline how to use OSM boundary. And if you see in osm.org, so this is actually OSM. So yeah, lot of complaint came up, like this boundary is not presenting the actual OSM boundary. So there is a fix, because of the OSM doesn't serve only in India, it serves all over the world. So whatever the like international boundary approved in the world, but it is not saying that it is part of other country. This area mentioned as a disputed into OSM. So this is how you can fix that. You can follow this diary, and you can see this is why this is how we look into our country, and you can fix that based on this guideline. Okay. Now, yeah, here it started. So this is already I showed you all. This is about the healthcare facility import, and you can see this data.gov.in. There you can find lot of government data, and you can check these data sets, and you can find that what are the useful, and you can contribute to OSM if it is possible, and if it is possible to map or to OSM, you can use that, or else you can just check the what are the existing data, and you can correct. You can see a lot of thing instruction already given, like how to correct. If you are local to that place, if you know that place very well, you know where the hospital exists, and you can correct if it is wrong. So you can see, you can explore all these like method, and there is a very nice workflow given to this, and it is showing that how you should work in the map roulette, and how you can correct the data. And this is the workflow you can explore in the map roulette. And after that, so you can see they have conducted a field survey in Hyderabad city, and they corrected most of the data in Hyderabad. And this is the custom survey sheet they designed, and you can also design using some open map kit or open ODK. If anyone knows about ODK, I don't know much about that, but you can explore this open map kit or open data kit to design a survey based on OSM tags. You can see how they have visited and verified all the data for Telangana. And this is the current data you can find. This is about the 3D visualization on one of my friend Pratik Yadav, who works for Mapbox company. And this is one visualization how you can see New York buildings in 3D. And if you zoom in after a certain zoom level, you can see all the buildings appear in 3D. And this is all the map design, and everything you can customize based on your choice. And there are few tools you can explore this map box also, and you can explore like how you can design your own 3D map using OSM data. Yes, all the building has 3D attribute. If you ask me, like, is there anything in India we have or not? That is like there are very few cases in India where you can find 3D buildings. I think some of our OSM volunteer, they mapped few buildings in Mumbai. But I'm not very sure. So there are few buildings you can find in India which is tagged with 3D attribute, and you can see Taj Mahal also in 3D. So there are one other source like so over here, like we have Taj Mahal in Agra. So if you zoom in over here, and here is the Taj. So if you see this architecture, this CGI is based on this particular site. But if you see how it looks, how it is tagged in OSM data, you can check all these small A dome has a different height attribute and different parameter, and you can check all these tags, and you can learn 3D mapping also using OSM. And this is their own CGI, but you can build your own CGI for the 3D mapping. And you can see how these each and every trees are mapped, and each and every fountain also mapped. So this is how you can look the place in 3D in OSM. So this is all, if you see, this is all map data are coming from OSM contributors. This is one like service where you can see all my content also added from here. You can see OSM stat in this place, and you can see how many members are right now. Today 16, and based on the countries also you can find, and we are at number 9. Okay, we came at 5. That's good. So you can see every day this spike will change, and every day this will change. You can find a lot of things in this particular service. There is one great initiative from Indian community, that is this Mapathon Keralam. You can translate it to English, and you can check like what are the things they are doing around Kerala, and how they are using what is Mapathon, and why they are conducting Mapathon, and how they are conducting Mapathon, and what kind of things they have done till now. And if you remember the Kerala flood in 2018 and all, so there a lot of volunteer came up, and they mapped all their roads and buildings so that they can do a proper damage assessment for their government, and government also incentivizing this kind of activity completely, and which is completely based on the OSM tool. You can see a lot of workshop they are doing, and a lot of teaching is happening around this, and a lot of volunteers are involved in this. They are going to engineering colleges, and they are teaching OSM, like how to contribute to OSM, and how it can be useful for any kind of like building from building resilience to response during the disaster. Okay, so for this kind of impact they are continuously doing, and this is one of the very successful model till right now we can find in India based on OSM. Okay, now I'm open for the questions from you guys. So feel free to shoot any questions, and this is it, Vikrant, and thank you again for giving me this opportunity. And I hope that this session will be useful for who are attending, or feel free to share about OSM, and feel free to encourage people to contribute to OSM.